Let's start that again. Hey, welcome, guys. How you guys doing, pillagers? Sure you can hear me now. What did I just say? Oh, yeah. Daniel. What's up, Daniel? Congratulations on being sober. 5 more games into the season. Daniel's the only sober person I know that counts his days of sobriety by Raider wins and losses. They have tokens for that, Daniel? Raider Nation for life, but you left early last week. They should change that slogan to Raider Nation for 57 minutes. I also said Che is not drunk. It takes a lot to get him drunk. It takes an entire afternoon of tailgating, that which we did not do.
And then some.
I'm very happy to say I did not leave today's game early either, even though there was a traffic jam leading into my kitchen as the nachos were coming out. I stuck it out for 60 minutes.
Way to be, bro.
And then some.
Way to be.
You know, because that's how we roll.
That's how we roll.
You got us. I think we got you, Bobby. No disrespect, but I see a lot of folks on the ledge. I know Wasabi ain't one of them. Wasabi's not on the ledge, right?
You're my boy, Bobby.
Yeah.
You're my boy, Bobby. Nah, I don't think so.
Well, anyways, those of
There's
you
a lot of people that are, though.
Yeah. Those of you just joining us for the first time, this is a soft open. This is the warm-up, I guess we can call it.
Yeah, we're just getting our vocal cords prepped.
Yeah, we're doing our stretches, doing our thing. We're going to get started here shortly. Those of you watching the replay, same shit. We'll be starting just now, just momentarily.
Oh, yeah.
How about that? Kick the intro. All right, just for you, Danny. Let's do it. Let's see here. You're listening to the Pillaging Podcast, companion podcast to PillagingJustForFun.com. That's PJ4F.com, the #1 podcast in Raider Nation. Tune in every week wherever podcasts are found. Call in and leave a message to be played on air at 408-909-PJFF. This episode brought to you by Creative Media Design Studio. Check them out at CreativeMediaMonterey.com. It's time to pillage another podcast. I'm your host, Kenny Stapler. What's cracking, Shay? I mean, what's really cracking, man?
A lot of fucking beers. That's what's cracking.
Cracking some beers.
Gotta drown this shit.
Well, shit. Since you wanted to go there, let's go ahead and start it off then. It's chelas.
Oh yeah.
Con che.
Yeah. You hear that? Let's see. I'm gonna pull this bitch out here.
What you got?
Yeah.
What you got? What you drinking?
We'll do a little flyby because I don't know what YouTube wants on this. This is that Lagunitas little something easy. It's that something easy ale. I need a lot of these.
What is that? Like a session version of the little something?
I think so.
Is that what that is? Oh.
Still good though. Still good. But yeah, what we're going through ain't easy. So you need a lot of these something easies to try to make it a little bit easier.
It's not that easy. Yeah. We got a big show lined up for you guys today. We got Mike Sommers from Raider Fan Conventions on tonight's show. Obviously, you can find us on the Pillaging Podcast on Twitter, on Instagram, and Facebook. Just search the Pillaging Podcast wherever you go. Our handles are all different. Just search the Pillaging. I guarantee you by the time you get to PILLAG,
We're there.
it's going to pop up.
We're up in your face.
Make sure you follow the Raiders Podcast Network. We are a member of the Raiders Podcast Network. You can find them by searching for the Raiders Podcast Network.
Simple, right?
Very simple. Very. I mean, where would you expect to find us on?
I mean, damn. I mean, where else would we be, right?
Right.
It makes a lot of damn sense.
That makes plenty of sense. And that's our intro for tonight's show because we got we got a bomb to defuse, I think, tonight.
Oh shit!
People
It's
hitting
ticking. It's ticking.
folks hitting us up on social media. Say, I know Kenny and Che, they're gonna straighten out the ship and they're gonna smooth this shit out. Yeah.
I wish I could, bro.
I wish I could, bro.
I wish I could, man.
We might have to go in tonight. There's not much that you can take away from this. Somebody just said on Twitter, sometimes you just got to burn the film, and you can't burn the number 4 off our record, though.
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
That you cannot. That you cannot. But I did say you can even it out at least. So I'm still with you guys, man.
You think we can get to 500?
I think we can.
Yeah.
Whether we will. No, fuck. That's a question, right?
That's a good question.
That's a good fucking question.
With that, Raiders lay an egg in LA and now fall to 1-4 on the year. Offense looking completely uninspired early on, converting only 1 third down in the first half. 4 third downs for the entire game. That's a quick hit for you. Quick hits. Bruce Arians stated on air that the Raiders didn't hold any actual practices this week and limited themselves just to walkthroughs. How do you feel about that?
Well, I didn't expect to hear that, first of all. And when I did hear it on TV, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he was like, this is not a good idea for 2 rookie tackles. And I was like, I fucking agree with you.
Yeah.
So I don't know where he got his information from, but he did state that on air. So I'm assuming it had something to back it up.
Well, if it's true, I mean, they pretty much walked through this game.
Basically.
You know.
Basically.
Bruce Irvin is finally starting to flash in games, but continues to make boneheaded plays and shoots himself in the foot repeatedly.
Right. This is our captain, man. This is our captain. I text you immediately. You know, he's our captain. He's our veteran leader, and he's making more fucking mistakes than the rookies are, and that can't happen, man.
No,
that can't happen.
This penalty here obviously didn't cost us the game.
No, it didn't.
It was just another turd in a bag of bullshit.
But it gave him another fucking chance.
It did.
It gave him a shot at some points, man.
What I was gonna say to finish my thought, his penalty in Denver likely did. One of several factors that contributed to that loss, but you can say that was a key moment. But today, like I said, it's just another turd in a bag of bullshit. Quick hits. Neither rookie tackle looked to be anything special today. Miller has shown good and bad throughout the year, but definitely missed his next-door neighbor this afternoon.
Yeah, he missed his big bro.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Kelechi Osemele, as you guys know, was out today, and it showed Carr was under constant duress. There was a few times that line gobbled up the pass rush fairly effectively.
Yeah.
Carr did a decent job moving around the pocket at times. He did get sacked 3 times. It looked like it could have been a 5.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just me attempting to put some kind of silver and black lining on this. I'm not going to stand here and tell you that Carr looked good today. He did not look good today.
Right.
And we're going to talk about that. Raiders failed to score on their opening drive for the first time this season, be it a field goal or a touchdown.
Yeah.
Was that a bad omen?
I think so. But I mean, at the same time, we had fast starts in the first 3 games. We didn't perform in the second half. So I was kind of hoping maybe we get a shitty first half and they get some kind of fire up their ass and they come out in the second half. And we didn't see it, man. They played a shitty game through all 4 quarters, man.
All 4 phases.
Yep.
I mean, all 3 phases, all 4 quarters.
Yep.
Right? Completely outmatched, outcoached, outgunned.
Yep.
Flat. Marshawn Lynch absent in the second quarter and apparently on goal line situations. This is a guy who has arguably been our MVP through the first 3 games. He has put this team on his back, and this team just didn't go to him today.
Yeah.
I was going to mention, I'll mention it now. I was going to mention the stats, but 9 carries for the day for Marshawn Lynch.
Yep.
Just 9.
Yep. And going into the second half, I think he was on 7 carries. And he was averaging about 4 yards per carry.
Yeah.
So I just don't get it. I don't get it. And I know the line play had a lot to do with it, but you still don't just fucking give up on your guy, especially when he's averaging 4 yards per carry.
Right.
I mean, come on. On the first drive, he had 6 yards on the very first play of the game. Well, offensive play of the game, right? So why not continue that, man? You're in an away game. Yes, the stands were home field advantage because it was blacked out like it usually is in LA.
Yeah.
But you're in an away game. You're playing the Chargers that can put up some points occasionally when they don't shoot themselves in the foot, right?
Right.
So time of possession is going to play big. And running the ball plays a big part in being able to do that. And we didn't do it. I don't know why. And
you mentioned the offensive line play and maybe them being concerned about that. But it also makes no sense to then keep your quarterback out there with no threat of the run.
Right.
And risk losing him.
Right.
And that's already a storyline that's been going on for over a year now.
Yeah.
The fragility, if you will, of our quarterback.
That's right.
the skittishness of our quarterback. So why play into that? Marshawn's a guy who's been making hay after contact this year. So that's a poor excuse. I know we're just looking for him, right? Mm-hmm. We're not even excuses, but explanations more so.
Yeah.
So, I don't get it. I know he's sore shoulder. He sat out this week. We don't know how serious that is. Obviously, Marshawn's not going to speak on it. The team's pretty tight-lipped with injuries as it is. So maybe that has something to do with it. I just really can't figure out why they would just go away from Lynch all of a sudden in this game.
Right.
Especially after the morale speech he gave in the last game.
Well, and I mean, on top of that, bro, if he was really injured and he felt like he couldn't go or the attack was, or he was going to take too much damage, he wouldn't be in the game.
Right.
You wouldn't put him in the game. Why would you put him in the game?
Right.
Right? He's out there, so he's telling you, feed me the fucking ball.
Yeah.
Give him the fucking ball.
And I mean, just not running the ball altogether. 12 total carries on the day for this team. 13 if you include Derek Carr's run. There's just nothing, bro.
No.
Nothing.
Nope.
Daryl Worley showed up, and he showed up often. Look for Daryl to keep this defense on schedule as the season moves along. Conley's role in this team may be in question at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people are on Conley. A lot of people are. I've seen the Twitter world, right? Raiders Twitter, out there. I've seen everything from Conley's the best to Conley's fucking worst. Get him out of here. Worst fucking pick of all time. All this kind of shit. From what I've seen, he's looked good. And even when there is mistakes out there, he doesn't shy away from it. Like he makes up for it in a lot of ways. Now I know we've seen a lot of big plays and a lot of them have gone towards his direction, but that doesn't mean that it's all on him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. When you got fucking 2-3 men going through his area and he's got to fucking decide which one to pick up, I mean, can you really blame that dude for the guy that gets it and fucking runs it to the house? Yeah, I don't know. I saw him make a good play today. There was some miscommunication between him and Gilchrist, and he went. He had a nice play after that, but a little late. And it's a little late. You gotta make those plays when they count, man.
Yeah, and let's be fair. It wasn't right after that.
No, it was a few plays after that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that play happened in the fumble happened in the first half, right?
Yeah.
So this was more towards the later half. I want to say late third, maybe middle fourth when he had that bigger play, right?
Right.
So it's a little too late by then.
So time and time again, you see Martavis Bryant out of position in the back of the end zone against Miami. Mm-hmm. You see him drop the big ball against Cleveland. Mm-hmm. And here, at the end of the day, though, he was the closest wide receiver we had to 100 yards. What I didn't realize is last week we talked about the storyline. It looked like they wanted to make it Bryant's week. They joked about it going into it. The fan base was like, who's next? Martavis Bryant?
Right.
And then it appeared as if they were really going for that. Had Bryant gotten over 100 yards receiving that day, the Raiders would have been the first team in NFL history to field 4 different wide receivers to go over 100 yards in the first 4 weeks.
Wow.
That would have been cool.
Wow.
What did he finish the day? Something like 50 yards receiving.
Yeah.
But he dropped a 53-yard pass.
Yes, he did.
Would have been 103 yards.
And a touchdown.
Yep. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps missing Kelechi Osemele and starting 2 rookie tackles limited the playbook. I don't know, but it seemed to have affected the tempo of this offense.
Yeah.
How did you say it? No urgency?
There was no urgency, bro. There was no urgency on the field. Even with the clock going, winding down, the quarter ending, the half ending, like they just didn't seem like they were under pressure. And you're like, bro, look at the fucking scoreboard. We're down by a lot, and you don't have a whole lot of time to make up those points. Like, I want to see some fucking urgency. I want to see some drive to fucking actually get back in the game and win. We didn't see it today at all, dude. I didn't see it at all, man.
This game seemed really unimportant to them. The lethargy all game long. I mean, like I said, is the no huddle not there because you got Brandon Parker
right.
and Colton Miller and Feliciano in there. Feliciano, I would like to think he's had enough reps,
right?
Whether in this system or not, but just enough reps as a backup that he should be ready to go. Miller's played every snap up until now. I'm not saying he's vetted and he's completely, ready. He's no longer a rookie tackle, but
Right.
let's face it, he's got enough playing time and he seems smart enough where he should be able to roll with it. To completely take that out, and even if you are gonna huddle, can we sugar huddle? Can we at least move from the huddle to the offensive line with a little bit of urgency?
Quickly move. If you're gonna huddle, do it quickly, man. Nothing. There was nothing there, man. It was a lot of walking up to the line. It was, it's not my kind of football, man.
No, something looked very off.
Yeah.
About the team.
I don't know, and it may have been their morale, man, knowing that they were going into the game with so many injuries. Missing a big part of our offensive line. Let's not get that twisted, bro. Kelechi, for what it is, Kelechi through Gabe, that's our fucking breadbasket right there. That shit is where we know we're gonna get consistent play out of this offensive line. It's those interior 3 men, and you have one of those guys missing. I mean, it can shake you up a little bit. And Feliciano, like you said, he's been around long enough. He's a vet, but we're talking about ending plays, playing with a chip on your shoulder. Kelechi, Hudson, Gabe, they play with that chip on their shoulder every fucking down.
Yeah.
I can't say that for those other guys, man. Mm-hmm. Especially Feliciano.
Yeah. Derek Carr has shown some promise this year. After last week's win against Cleveland, we thought we had something to build on. We thought the cardiac kid maybe had returned, but we thought wrong. Not 15 minutes after the game, the discourse has turned towards drafting a quarterback and the belief that Carr is not a franchise quarterback. Now, this did not start this week, but it is gaining momentum rapidly.
Well, yeah, losses are going to do that, right? I wasn't expecting any different.
Losses will do it, but let's not smooth this over. This was the worst appearance by Derek Carr since 2017, since last year. This is the Derek Carr that we've seen glimpses of this season.
Yeah.
But coming back out here today and just really underwhelming, man.
Yeah.
Poor choices in the red zone. Again, throwing an interception in the red zone. Play call there was a bit of a head scratcher, but I'm different. I'm not going to blame that play call because if I'm a coach and if I'm John Gruden and I'm in there, I'm thinking, okay, the likely thought here is we're going to run the ball.
Right.
So I'm going to go with the hard play fake. I'm going to give my quarterback 2 options.
Yep.
And if it's not there, he's set up to roll out, throw this ball away, which he was.
Yeah.
And we'll run the ball on 2nd down, and we'll run the ball on 3rd down.
Right.
If we have to. I don't think that's a bad play call.
No.
Catch him off guard on 1st down right here. Maybe that's overthinking it. Sure, you can second guess this and say, oh, should have run the ball on 1st down. Yeah. What happens if he gets stuffed and he gets stuffed again? And it's like, oh, well, then now the play calling's unimaginative.
Yeah, yeah.
It's both execution and coaching, right? I had no problem with that play call. I saw him bite on the play fake.
They did. They also penetrated the offensive line. They penetrated the offensive line on that. It was a play fake, but they were in the backfield.
The rush was going nowhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Had the ball been handed off. So I thought he gave him a good shot there to take a look and get rid of the ball if need be.
Exactly.
And Carr throws it right into the teeth of the defense, and here we are again.
Yep.
I just texted you. This is going to be an automatic TD. Defense needs to get ready. Well, they needed to be ready a lot sooner than we thought. I think the most concerning thing about this for me is you're coming off of a home game.
Yep.
You played 5 quarters against a tough Cleveland team in front of a home crowd you hadn't seen since opening night.
Yeah.
And you got an impressive come-from-behind victory. Your team showed heart. Definitely something to build off of. You travel not a few hundred miles to your home away from home, and you don't even show up to the game. And now next week, you got to get on a jet airplane and fly to London. And the last time you were there, you left your head coach there. Right? So now I'm really concerned because you got a team in Seattle who, let's face it, they're not great, man. But we're in that same bunch now.
Right.
It's us. It's Seattle. It's the Giants.
Right.
The 49ers. And the Cardinals. That's our company right now. And you're putting us on the road. And people, well, Seattle's got to travel just as far. Yeah, they do. But it seems to always bite us in the ass, right?
It's true.
So
true.
I'm not worried about Seattle. I'm worried about us right now. It should be the other way around.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's where it's at.
It is, man.
You know.
It's where we're at, man. Yeah.
Quick hits.
Deep sigh. Deep sigh. Breathe with me, people. Yeah.
So will the Raiders draft a quarterback this year? Yeah, I think they will. But here's the thing. I was doing this last week. I was watching the sideline. I was watching Derek Carr and John Gruden talking to each other. I was watching them again this week.
Yeah.
And these two guys, they have a lot of respect for each other. I mean, you can see it. The way they conversate, the way they work things out. This was a shitty game. If this continues like this, it's concerning. It's already concerning. You're 1-4.
Right.
But we haven't looked this bad in our losses, if that makes any sense.
Right.
I'm going to catch some flack for saying that.
Right.
But, I think these are two guys that work well together, that enjoy working well together. You listen to what Gruden says. Sure, there's a lot of coaches speak in any press conference, but I think these are two guys that are still genuinely excited about working together, that can see where they can go. But you got to give some credit to the folks that have been critical of Derek Carr since day one, because these problems, man, they're not going away.
Right.
And I don't care how ride or die you are, or how much of a supporter or a stan, as they say now, for Derek Carr and the Raiders as a whole. You have to start to at least admit that these knocks on him, these dings that were on him when he came out of college, they're here to stay. I mean, this is who he is. He's a little less than halfway through his career now. This is year 5. He's had different coordinators, sure. But stepping up in the pocket does not change depending on what your coordinator is. Going through your progressions does not change based on your coordinator. These are NFL football fundamentals that should be ingrained into every good quarterback. Footwork,
right,
poise. I'm not going to say he's not tough. I still don't believe he's not tough. Is he skittish? Maybe. But also looking around the league average of how quickly, quarterbacks get rid of the ball. A lot of these guys are in the same class as Derek Carr. They've said it on the broadcast today. Very difficult to get to Phillip Rivers. He gets rid of the ball very quickly.
Right.
But when Carr does it, it's a knock on him.
Right.
And I get it. Today, I don't know how many times we saw Richard get hit coming across the middle with the defender barreling down on him. If it wasn't Richard, it was Cook or
right.
Somebody else on the slot. A lot of the same check down over the middle. But also the same type of play that San Diego was killing us with over the middle of the field.
True. It's true.
So I guess I'm just kind of going around in circles here. But what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, listen, man. I know and I get it, and I'm with it, man. I was texting you the whole fucking game, and I was critical, right? I was critical of Carr. I was critical of his decisions. I was like, yo, man, this is on Carr. Like, he's got to make something happen. That being said, I still feel like this dude has what it fucking takes. We haven't seen it. I agree. Raider Nation, you have a reason to be fucking upset. And you certainly don't want to see him regress the way that he has. But there's been a lot of fucking changes. And I have yet to see a fucking player that's that successful through so many fucking changes. There's a lot to be said about that. And yeah, that might be an excuse, but it's the fucking truth too. Those are facts also. Facts, they're not just facts when he's fucking having a horrible game and you can look at the stats and see what he's done wrong and all that stuff. It's also facts that he's changed coaches and offensive coordinators over and over and over again.
Fact.
That's what it is, man. It's what it is. So I have a belief that we have yet to see what this guy can really be. And I it may be fucking more of the same, but I have a feeling that it could be a lot more than what we might have even seen in 2016.
How much longer are you willing to give him?
I think he has one more year
After this year?
At least to show progress, right? Especially underneath the same coaching staff, right? Then what's your excuse?
Right.
Now you got a full season and you got an off season underneath this coach and this offense, this new offense. you don't have any more excuses. We should see fucking success right away.
We should.
Right away.
But we should still also see the Oakland Raiders draft a quarterback this coming draft, right?
Yeah, you always got to set yourself up for fucking the next step, the next move. You never know what the fuck is going to happen. We saw it in 2016 when fucking Carr went down. We didn't have nobody. Everybody liked the red rifle, but he ain't doing shit, right? He wasn't doing shit for us. So
True.
Come on now. Like, you always have to back up your guy. You always have to be prepared for the worst case scenario.
So draft a QB, put some heat under Carr.
But let's get it straight though. Ain't nobody, if you think that the Raiders are gonna go out and try to draft a QB in the first 2 rounds to replace Carr, you're fucking nuts. They're gonna draft a QB, probably come around the 4th, 5th fucking round, and he'll be there to develop.
You think so? You think this is a deep round quarterback selection?
I don't think it's a deep round, but I don't think we go that early. I think we throw a stab. I think we throw a dart and see if we fucking get lucky. But I don't think we fucking waste an early pick.
Interesting.
I don't think so.
It's time now for Silver and Black Facts, brought to you every week by Pro Football Focus. Make sure you follow PFF_Raiders for all their stats and Silver and Black insight. Derek Carr leads the league in red zone interceptions with 3 on the year.
Fact.
Derek Carr sacked 3 times today.
Fact.
One positive, the Raiders held Gordon and the Chargers to just 70 yards rushing on 31 attempts.
Fact.
That's a positive, right?
Yeah, it was a positive.
For a change, I think, what did we give up last week? About 150 plus yards on the ground?
Yep.
Was it closer to 200 yards on the ground?
To the Browns, I think it was close to 200.
Yeah.
We gave up. We didn't give up a whole lot to hide in terms of like per carry.
Yeah.
But fucking the rookie fucking he gashed us on 2 runs. Remember, he went over 100 yards on like 2-3 runs.
Right.
So, yeah.
That seems to be a recurring theme with this defense, right? Hold them, then susceptible to the big play.
Yep.
And we've talked about the Raiders going out there and scoring on every opening drive, and it seems very, I don't know if it's been every opposing opening drive, but it seems early on 3 and outs have been plentiful.
Yeah.
First quarter 3 and outs.
Yeah. And it's fucking sad when the defense does that for you and you don't go out there and fucking reward them with fucking points, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
Because that's the thing in the NFL, right? Defenses tire out. Offenses don't seem to. The offenses have plenty of opportunities to get into a rhythm, whereas the defense can tuck her out. And if you're helping out your offense like that, they're not reciprocating, the levee eventually breaks. That's not a war that you continue to win unless you have like elite caliber defense.
Right.
With heavy depth and rotation.
Yeah.
Which we do not have.
Fact.
The negative side of the 300 is the 333 yards allowed through the air with a 12-yard per attempt average in the passing game. Not stellar, absolutely astronomical numbers, but again, chunks. They were throwing the ball at will at times. But what I did like to see was a lot of these short passes, quick outs, they were getting eaten up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Again, Darryl Worley.
Worley played big.
Worley played big, stout, stuck to his man, hit big hits when he needed them. Saw Eric Harris make it a big tackle today, too.
Yeah.
It was good to see.
Fact.
Raiders were 1-3 in the red zone and are now 50% inside the 20 for the season. I think they rank, I believe, 25th in the league.
It's about right. The record shows that, right?
Fact.
Marshawn Lynch got a mere 9 carries on the day, 12 total rushes for the Silver and Black. We talked about that already.
Fact.
He wasn't the only one ignored. However, Amari Cooper, 1 target on the day. 1 target, I believe. I don't know about you, but I've been watching Game Pass replays of the games mainly because I think I worked 1 week.
Right.
I had we've been at the games, traveled to Denver, so on TV seeing a lot of these the NFL replay. In NFL, I'm not a big fan of their announcers, but the camera crew I like. See, you get a lot of good replays, a lot of good downfield angles. But watching on CBS today, I didn't really get to see much at all of what the receivers were doing.
They ain't show shit.
So I can't even say.
Nope.
I don't know what the coverages look like. I don't know what options were there. I don't know who Derek Carr missed, if he missed somebody.
Yep.
I just don't know.
Yeah.
So I'd like to speak more about this to Amari Cooper, but I just can't. Amari Cooper, you're safe for the day.
Fact.
And lastly, Raiders trailed in time of possession by nearly 10 minutes. Raiders rank, however, third in the league in average time of possession at 33 minutes a game. However, averaged only, or not averaged, but posted, I think, only 24, 25 minutes on the day. Just not going to get it done like that.
Nope.
And again, you can point to those rushing attempts, and that's going to tell you everything you need to know.
That's it.
Is there anything we did not cover in that first segment there?
I don't think so, man. I don't think so.
Yeah. It's time for something maybe a little bit lighter. We got Mike Sommers coming on here. Mike Sommers is a pretty cool dude. He throws these big, fat Raider parties, man.
There you go.
Does that sound like fun?
That sounds like fun to me.
Sitting at 1-4, would you still go to a big Raider party?
Of course I would fucking go to a party. Come on now. Go to a party, of course. It's a Raider party, even better.
Well, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to get out of here when we come back. We're going to talk about these Raider parties. So stay tuned on the other side for Mike Sommers, Raiders Fan Convention.
Yeah.
All right. Our guest is ready. You ready?
I'm ready. Looking at the ninth inning over here. Top of the ninth, 2 outs. Dodgers got man on third and on second. Counts at 1 and 2. Let's go Dodgers.
What's the score?
5-6 still. Braves are up 5-6.
Oh, shit. All right. We'll get to the guest here right after this. Right after this little tune. If you like the music, check out Something Massive by No Slurats on Spotify. All major music outlets. Available wherever music is found. And it's free.
Fuck. Game.
Los Dodgers
Struck out.
dropped the first road game. Still in control of the series 2-1.
Yep.
I'm only playing nice because I know there's a lot of Raiders, Lakers, Dodgers fans out there. I know that much. All right. Let's get a boy on here, Mike Sommers.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna mute this for a second, y'all. So y'all don't hear my man's phone number. All right, guys. Brief pause here, and I'll cue us back in. All right, and we're back. We're back on the air today with Mike Sommers from Raiders Fan Convention. Welcome to the show, Mike. How you doing today?
I am alive and kicking. How about you boys?
We're hanging in there, bud. We're hanging in there. Che and I are ride or die. We're not the type to jump off the ledge or overreact or anything like that. But we are extremely disappointed. Now, I'm hearing a little fatigue in your voice. Are you down there in L.A.? Did you go to the game today? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I did go to the game. Spent some time with the family, hanging out Black Sunday, and just a ton of the Raider Nation dominated the stands, dominated the parking lot. It was amazing.
So, Mike, we got you on the show because you coordinate these rather large events for Raider Nation. So tell us, first of all, how people can find you online, and then let's get into a little bit about your organization and your upcoming event.
Sure. A couple ways. So there is the Raiders Fan Convention app. You can download it for free. Scrolling Raider News. We'll post up event information through that. RaidersFanConvention.com. Instagram, Raiders Fan Convention. Twitter, same thing. Those are the main avenues online. And there's an event page for the upcoming Las Vegas Raiders Fan Convention. And it's Raiders Fan Convention Las Vegas 2018. Search that, and information will come up on it.
Nice.
So how do folks buy tickets to your event?
There's a couple of ways. You can buy it at the door, or you can call 877-632-7400. There's actually two sets of events. The Raiders Fan Convention, which is the daytime family event from 12 p.m. to 6. But we're also sneaking in a little after party at 9 o'clock for just the adults, and it's going to be a good time too. All of it's a good time.
So tell us a little bit about the event. I see you got some special guests coming out there. Who's going to be on the lineup?
We've got Willie Galt and his old bookend Swervin' Mervin Fernandez.
All right.
Ricky Hunley will be out there. Yeah. Lyndon King will be out there. Greg Townsend will be out there. A handful of other alumni coming with the NFL Alumni Association, which will be inside the event also. So we've got 5 to 10 players coming to meet the Raider Nation in Vegas. It's going to be great.
And who do you got DJing? Because I was especially impressed with your DJ. If you're going to have one guy DJ a Raider Nation party, it's this guy.
It is NWA's own DJ Yellow. And alongside of him, you know what? Little Easy E is coming out also to come hang with the Raider Nation.
There you go.
Have some good time. And they are actually performing at both the PG family event of Raiders Fan Convention and the after party, which they will really let loose.
All right. Man, I want to be there for the after party especially.
Yeah, that's dope.
Unfortunately, Che and I won't make it down for this event, but we're going to ride with you guys. We're going to show up at your next event. It's a busy time of year for us. Do you guys do these year round, or you do one per year? What's your scheduling like? What's the calendar look like? What should we expect?
We've been doing 4 a year because of Oakland, where we started. We do San Diego generally in August. We do Arizona, Phoenix in April, which was a pretty big event. And then Vegas, we started last year, and this year upcoming October 20th.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. So how'd you get into this, Mike? I mean, I'm assuming you're a big Raiders fan, but your events, they look pretty big. I mean, you're doing what is it, Mandalay Bay?
Doing Mandalay Bay, yes.
Yeah. So I mean, how do you get to where you're at now? Tell me the story, the origin story of Mike Sommers and Raiders Fan Convention. Nice app, by the way. I do have the app on my phone.
Oh, fantastic. So me and a bunch of other people started blogging on Fox Sports back in the day, over 10 years ago. And then we said, you know what, why don't we meet at a game? Why don't we get some shirts? Why don't we give it a name? Why don't we do this every year? And then a ton of people found it and started doing that. And then about a year or two, the other two partners faded out. And I've just been going with it. And it's been growing every year. So we've been doing it a little over 10 years. We've had 23 events, and it's grown. And it's such a good time for the Raider Nation. we enjoy it start to finish without the heartbreak of a game.
I heard that.
The Raider Nation's undefeated.
In tailgates, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Tailgates and parties.
Yes.
Oh, we take no losses.
We take
West is performing. Them Raider boys are performing. Fragile, who just dropped a new album, is performing. And 4Dub is performing. So we've got so much going on because we try and give the best product and as much as possible to the Raider Nation without killing them. Tickets are only $30. The after party's only $20. And, we're kids 12 and under are free even. So really trying to get everybody there. Come on out. Have a good time.
that's like half the price of a Raiders ticket.
Yep.
So you can't argue with
Yeah.
that. And when I hear you say it's just Raider Nation showing a lot of love for each other, it's a nice way of saying you might get laid.
There's a good chance if you're wearing black or a jersey that the potential's there.
The shot is there. Shoot your shot, Raider Nation. Come out.
The odds are in your favor.
They're very much in your favor. You know,
Right?
the social lubricant will be abundant in Las Vegas. Everybody's drinking, having a good time.
Heard that.
Well, that sounds like a good atmosphere. The only thing that your event is lacking is the Pillaging Podcast covering it live.
You're damn right.
Yeah, I heard somebody couldn't be there. Uh-huh.
Yeah, we need to be
Yeah,
there.
are you coming? Yeah.
So
Come on.
hey, you don't have to twist my arm, but let's keep in touch on that, Mike. Let's definitely make that happen.
Yeah.
I think our fans would be excited. We'd be excited personally to be
Oh,
there.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I just want to be there to witness it firsthand. Microphone or no microphone, I want to be there.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah.
So
Come on out.
let's talk a little Raiders football. You were there today. You saw it live and in person. I can't imagine that you were at all impressed with the product that we put on the field. Where are you at right now? These Raiders are 1-4. They've been close in some games. This is by a landslide the worst performance we've had all season. What's the potential of this team right now? Where are you feeling? What's the problem? Where can we go? Do you have any hope? Where are you at, Mike? Where are you at?
That's a lot of questions, bro.
I am a perpetual optimist, but our defense is ranked 27th. Our tackling was horrible. Play calling has been handcuffed. Not to just say play calling's been bad, but it's been handcuffed by the amount of time that Derek has in that shrinking pocket. I mean, that pocket just squishes right in the middle. He looks a little timid in his play, and we're just lacking on both sides of the ball all around. The impressive plays are tight end, Beast Mode, who is inspiring with every run, right? Some of our receivers, if the ball can get to them, and everything else has been less than stellar as a compliment. It's been ugly and sad, and the we're deep with the Raider Nation. This fan base deserves better. Come on, people, let's go. Let's win some games, right?
Yep.
It hurts. It hurts, but. And I was talking about it with everybody today because we were discussing Vegas and going, and just everybody's going, and so many people excited that it's going to be so much better because we don't have a game where it's that up and down, and oh my God, we missed a tackle, and how'd they get a first down? And no, this is straight Raider Nation party. Get together on the bye week and enjoy each other's company, start to finish. Right, so really, really, it's just fun. It's just fun, and it's Raider Nation, and we'll be there, Mandalay Bay.
It's pillaging just for fun.
It is Pillaging Just For Fun. That's what we do.
Pillaging just for fun. We may temper the word pillaging at Mandalay Bay. It's more just fun.
Yeah, nobody wants to give up that hotel deposit.
No shit.
Pillage within reason, folks. Pillage the snack bar. Pillage the mini fridge. Pillage the pay-per-view. But keep the drapes inside.
There you go.
Don't break the mirror. Try not to set fire to anything. Right?
Yeah. We've had 23 events. We haven't had an incident. And when you see the love in the kids' eyes, because we do a free raffle for the kids also.
Awesome.
We really get them involved. We do a rock, paper, scissors contest for the adults, which sounds hokey over the phone, but live and in person, it's a riot, and it's super fun. So everybody gets to know each other, and it's like the family reunion without the grumpy uncle that nobody wants to talk to. It's a good family reunion.
What Mike's leaving out is that they actually use real paper, real rocks, and real scissors in that event. Very interesting.
It's like the old days where they were stoning people and using catapults. Yeah,
I'm always down for a good catapult party.
Good catapult party really lights it up. Hey, baby, what do you want to do tonight? I was thinking catapult party. Okay, you got it.
That's the latest trend in dinner parties.
There you go.
You got to have a big backyard, though. You don't want to cross any boundaries.
You got to have some distance.
No.
Yeah.
Mike, man,
It's awesome.
it's good having you on the show. Again, I encourage everybody to go out there, follow Raiders Fan Convention, download the app. It's a great way, no matter where you live, to come out and connect with Raider Nation. If you don't have the money to go to a road game or a game period, as we know Raider fans don't live always in the Bay Area, you're talking about a full day and a full night of entertainment for $50, and you get to mingle with the biggest family in the world. Get out there. You never know.
Hell yeah.
You might find somebody you click with, and now you don't have to pay for a hotel when you go see the game. You just,
It's true. It's true.
just go visit Sheila.
Or you might find somebody, you might click with somebody, and now you got to pay an extra ticket for every game.
That could happen too. That could happen too. But it's a good way to get out there and network. There's a lot of big hitters in Raider Nation. You never know who you're going to meet, who you're going to run into. It might be good for business. I mean, just at the end of the day, meeting people never hurts. But meeting Raider Nation is always a fun thing. And 0 incidents, but you've never had Che. So you may have just jinxed yourself.
And it's such a crazy thing that you brought up that point. The network of the family and the love. The Raider Nation likes to deal with the Raider Nation for business and whatever you need, automotive, printing. Just we're everywhere. The Raider Nation is everywhere and a really powerful network. And we like to deal with each other. Come on out. And if you're in Vegas and you're thinking, the Raiders are coming, I'm kind of tired of cheering for the Lions or whatever, and just considering becoming a Raider fan, come to the Raiders Fan Convention, meet the Raider Nation, and you will find out that they are some of the most amazing people on this planet.
Yep.
Really, it's special. Come on out. And plus, we try to keep it as inexpensive as possible so everybody can go.
And that's appreciated, Mike. And we appreciate you coming on the show. Hopefully we'll be in better spirits next week. And we'll keep in touch, bud, and we'll talk to you soon. Good luck with everything you got going on, man.
You got it. Rock your show. It rocks. Love it.
Cool, man. Go Raiders.
Thanks, guys. Go Raiders.
All right, that was Mike Sommers.
That was awesome, man.
Bobby Wasabi was confused. He thought we were having Mark Sommers from Double Dare on.
Double Dare.
That'd be cool, too, though.
Hey, that shit's back on air, and he's there, too, man.
Is he back?
He's not the main host, but he's like a little co-host. He's like the Ed McMahon of the show now.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. He's old, dude. He's a little fat, old, gray-haired dude now sitting in the corner talking to some little younger girl that's running the show. It's a little weird.
That is a little weird. I think I'm cool. Speaking of cool, man, let's take a cool break. Let's listen to some of these calls.
Yeah.
I took a peek earlier, and a lot of them are for after the game. So we're going to check those out. And when we come back, we'll have Raider Kane.
Yeah, boy.
Waiting in the wings. So that's it for the first half of the show, guys. Stay put. We're going to hear from Raider Nation, and we'll be right back on the other side.
Peace.
Go Raiders.
not go how I expect it to go. And there's a lot of things I can cut it up, 200 ways to Sunday. But I'll just start with the basics, if you don't mind. I don't want to blow up your spot. But, I love Derek Carr. Derek Carr, I like him. I've always liked him. I think he's gonna break a lot of records when he retires with the Raiders, but it sucks that with so many different offenses he's had to run. There's so many excuses. I'm not gonna go through it. But I don't know if you checked the play at that 1 yard line or if that's what Gruden called. You handed the beast mode. That's what he's there for. The guy's been dragging 10 people into the end zone, and you go for a pass and get intercepted. It sucks. That was a kick in the nuts, man, and it really sucks, and it kind of sums up our season. We deserve this loss. And Cooper just disappearing again. Like I don't get it. I think we need to cut bait with him. I think we got to trade him. He's too inconsistent. He's a great player when he's there, but we need somebody that's always gonna just be there. I'm watching the Houston game right now, and Deshaun Watson just throwing it up to what's his face and just catching it all the time. It's just like, why can't we have that? Why can't we just have this offense where players are dependable? But it is what it is. And one point I want to make is I'm a fan. I'm always going to be a fan. I've been a fan for about 30 years now. And how many winning seasons have I seen since then? I mean, not a lot. But you know what? I choose. I invest in this team. I buy the jerseys. I buy, the direct TV. I support them, and it's by choice. And they can lose every game this season. I'm still going to be a fan next season. And the season after that, I'm not going to ever jump ship. I do feel bad for you guys out in that area in Oakland. I'm originally from Los Angeles. I'm a New York transplant, but you guys deserve better. The Oakland fans deserve better. Marshawn Lynch deserves better. He's out there on what probably is his last season, and he's given it his all. He's been one of the highlights, the bright spots of this season. And you don't get the ball at the 1 yard line. You're not getting paid. You're not, getting the ball to what you're made to do is run through people and bust some heads, and they throw. I don't know. You know what I mean? But it sucks. I feel bad for all those fans out there that are going to lose their team to Las Vegas. And I know it's different. It's different for us that are fans from outside that area. And personally, I'm excited for Las Vegas for personal reasons because I got family. Yo guys, Monster Mash again. Sorry, I got to follow up that call. I hate rambling. I apologize. Get some better game plan together. Gruden needs to look at himself and look at Carr and assess the situation and earn that money. You know what I'm saying? Both of them need to earn that paycheck. Anyway, I love what you guys are doing. Hopefully you guys get out to some of the games out on the East Coast. I think Baltimore, when we went out to Baltimore with the New Jersey the New Jersey Black Hole. So let me know. Take care, guys. Bye.
East Coast trip would be dope.
This is the Raider Infiltrator 2.0. Trying to figure out what's going on with the Raiders, man. What's going on with Carr? What's going on with Gruden? Let me know.
We'll let you know when we find out, too.
No shit.
Kenny, Shay, what up, man? This is your boy, Raider Ray, calling here from Nashville, Tennessee. What's up, y'all? Anyways, fuck. What a fucking game, man. Very disappointed our boys didn't show up. Fucking left the offense and defense back in Oakland and shit. Thought Raider Nation would take over the game. Never happened. First things first, man. Preparation. Prior to the game, no preparation whatsoever. You could tell that when offense and defense went out on the field. It was just a lack of, Number two, no execution whatsoever. The play calling was fucking bullshit. Carr didn't help any. The defense, fuck. First half, they showed up. Unlike the other 4 games, where they showed up in the 4 in the 4 games. Kenny, fuck. I fucked up on the previous call, man. Anyways, going back to what I was saying, preparation fucking sucked. The execution, the play calling, our defense, Carr. That's all I gotta say about that. Fucking Irving, idiot. Anyways, just like I figured, we are in a rebuilding mode. Let's go ahead and get this fucking season finished and move on to the draft. You know, I am here in Nashville, and from what I've heard, the draft is going to be here in Nashville. So for any of you bloggers out there, you know, everybody out there in the Pillaging Podcast, I'm here. Hit me up. Let's hook up for this draft with the first round, first pick of the 2019 draft, the Oakland Raiders select. We'll figure that out when we're out here partying it up. All right, guys. I'll hit you guys up later. Thanks. Bye.
You heard him. Party at Ray's house, everybody.
In Nashville. We'll see you there.
Clear your April calendars. We're coming.
I sure hope it's a party. Sure hope it's a party.
I should hope so, brother. I should hope so. All right, let's get this stream going again. Apologize for the audio blackout there. Blacked out in local areas. But we're back. We're back.
Contact your local internet company.
Yeah. All right. And we're back. We're back.
We are.
Did we still lose today?
We did, unfortunately.
That hasn't changed.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't.
We
Me
did.
and you.
We stay winning, bro.
We stay winning. We win up in the crow's nest, man.
I'm a fucking winner over here, dog. I feel good about our chances.
Yeah, we got good chances, bro.
We're prepared. The 2-minute offense is in full effect right now.
Full effect. Hey, we can run that shit with our eyes closed.
We're not pressing.
Nope.
Yeah. We're keep it loose and fast.
We're
dog.
good off the cuff too.
So let's respond to some of these callers. A defeated 303 Raider calling in from cloudy Denver, Colorado today. A weather that definitely matches his mood. A rare sound from our friend out there in enemy territory. Valid points all around, though. I'm not going to go into detail on them because basically 303, you echoed a lot of what we said in the first half of the show. Hang in there, bud. I know. You know, you're one of the more optimistic fans. You're a big car fan, and you're starting to see, I think, what everyone else has been saying. But you're not giving up. Don't give up hope, bud. I know this season's a wash pretty much right now, but it's just time to sit back and watch it play out. I mean, what can we do? Like Che and I said last week, we stay till the end.
That's it.
We stay till the end.
There's still more games, right?
60 minutes times 16 games.
That's it, man. We got 11 more games, bro.
And sometimes a little more than that. Wop, man. Wop says he's getting used to the losses. That's a bad sign, Wop.
Damn, man. That's sad.
You're a testy dude, Wop.
Wop, man. You need a hug, Wop.
Somebody give Wapo a hug, bro.
Give Woppo a hug, man.
But approach cautiously because he's a fiery dude.
And he's having chelas, too.
We're all having chelas.
We get aggressive when we have chelas, bro.
Johnny, man. Johnny from San Diego, I believe. It's an avalanche of absolute shit right now. While we're on break, I got breaking news. Tickets to the Shit Circus are back on sale. 408-909 PJFF for your tickets to the Shit Circus. Still trying to figure out where they're going to be having that this year. We'll let you guys know where that event's going to be located.
Yeah, we don't know who's throwing that convention.
I know. We'll make sure to get them right on the air as soon as that's announced, however. Moving right along, Monster Mash. Great call, Monster. You always come with great calls. Again, questioning the play calling there at the goal line. Went into it in the first half. I'll just say it one more time. You can't question the play calling when the execution is absolute garbaggio.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure That play call did not ask for Derek Carr to throw it straight at their star defensive player. I'm pretty sure Gruden was like, I want you to get in there, man, and throw it straight at that guy. He's never going to see it coming.
Hit him straight in the numbers. He'll never catch it.
Yeah, that wasn't played by design.
Go right through his chest.
No. There's every chance on that play for Carter to take a look, roll out, throw it away, and live to see another down and run the ball on second down. We had him there. We had him in the play fake. The run wasn't going to work there. We already talked about it. I'm not going to go into detail.
Yeah.
Just listen back to the first half of the show. I'm not going to question the play calling there. I'm going to question the execution on that one.
Yeah.
Raider Infiltrator 2.0. He wants to know what's going on. We'll let you know when we find out.
What's going on?
What I want to know is what happened to Raider Infiltrator 1.0.
I know.
What'd you do with them?
What's going on?
What's
with
going on?
Raider Infiltrator 1.0?
Yeah. Now, I feel the pain, Raider Infiltrator. We're just fun, and we just want to make you laugh. And lastly, Raider Ray from Nashville, Tennessee. I was just talking to Kane this morning because we were talking about next year's schedule and what divisions we're playing. We believe we're playing the NFC North and the AFC South, I believe, because it was the AFC East last year. It's the AFC North this year. And obviously we're not going to play the AFC West twice next year. Or I should say 3 times.
You mean NFC West?
No, well, AFC. We can't play our division.
Well,
I'm saying the NFC schedule rotates through 4 divisions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it looks like we're playing the AFC South. We're trying to figure out who's home and away. I believe the last time we played Tennessee was in Tennessee during that rotation. So we're probably getting them here. But I wanted to go see a game in Nashville. But if the draft is in Nashville, it's a party at Ray's house, everybody.
There you go.
We're all crashing on your floor. Raider Nation is invited.
It's gonna be muchas chelas.
We're gonna get Mike Sommers out there to blow the whole thing up. DJ Yellow's gonna be in the backyard. It's gonna be lit. Little Easy in the garage rolling up numbers. It's gonna be wild. Yep, Raider Ray. He's invited us all over to the house. It's gonna be awesome. I just want to. I hope you know what you're getting yourself into, Raider Ray, because we travel deep, real deep. But man, those are the calls. I got the game recap here in the notes, but that's more for when we're at the game. We come back. I think we recapped everything we need to recap.
Yeah. Let's not recap anything else.
There's a lot of calls that came from the week prior against Cleveland, and I just wanted to keep it short and tight this week.
Yeah.
You know,
that's the way to go. But we appreciate those calls, y'all. We appreciate those calls.
Yeah.
We try to get you on air as much as possible.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a lot. And we sit through it. We sit through it. So do our listeners, because that shit goes on for about a half an hour in the middle of the show.
It does. It goes on. And I've taken that feedback, and I said I never wanted to not have all the callers on. I like to be all-inclusive as possible. But that's the good and bad of it, right? More and more callers are calling in, which is great.
Yeah.
The bad thing is we got a show to do, and we don't want to do an hour of call-ins, so we're trying to keep things as relevant as possible.
Keep it nice and tight.
And with all the negativity right now, I don't know how much folks can take. So
maybe they could have used some of those.
Maybe
those callers from last week, bro.
Maybe that's a solid point. That's a solid point. Can't argue with that. But your best option to get on there is call right after the game with your post game takes. Until we get this show moved back to like a Monday or a Tuesday again, where we have a little more time, a little more prep.
Right.
I would say your best bet is getting on right after the game.
Yeah.
Yep. And the showtime may move. Again, this depends on our work schedules. Che and I work a lot. Kane works a lot. So right now the sweet spot is Sundays. We'll see.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
We'll let you know. Speaking of Kane, man, what time is it? It's 9:23. I told him we'd be getting to him about 10 o'clock.
Okay.
This is as good as ever. Like I said, work tomorrow. It's Columbus Day for me. I got tomorrow off.
Well, I was looking at my schedule, and there's a little bit of confusing information, so I might have to call somebody in the morning.
Yeah.
See if I got to go in.
That kind of puts a damper on the evening's activities, though, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
Right.
it does. Yeah, man. Well, such is life.
Chelas. Regardless.
Chelas regardless. I sleep them off, bro.
Yeah. So let's take another quick break. We'll come right back with Kane's Corner. We out here.
Yo.
Bruce. What happened there with our music?
I don't know. It's a
That was
good
weird.
question.
That was very strange. It looks like the loop point got turned off.
Oh, man. Can they hear us? Yeah. YouTube. How y'all living, man? I'm sorry I haven't been on the chat during the show. My phone's been on the charger. I don't have a computer screen in front
Don't
of me.
say that word, dog.
Oh, no, damn. It's been getting power. It's been regenerating power. Okay? I won't use that word ever again in the studio or in life.
Hello. Hey, what's happening?
Not much. We're on break right now. Folks on YouTube can hear you, but I'm going to fade out the music and we'll get right into it. Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready to rock. Let's do this.
All right. All right. Give me a second. And we're back with Kane's Corner, sponsored every week by NFLShop.com. Go to PJ4F.com and click on the NFL Shop banner. Get yourself a brand new jersey. We get a little portion of the proceeds. It helps keep our pirate ship on the water and fully stocked with rum. We need rum, Che.
We need lots of it.
Kane, we need rum this week. What's your rum of choice,
Shit,
Kane?
We need vodka.
Vodka. Damn.
We need a fifth of vodka this week. Man.
Where do we even begin? Shane already kind of broke down the good and the bad of the game. There was very little good, so you can imagine how short that segment was and how short our patience is.
Yeah, you damn right.
That's why we got to bring you on here to bring more fire to this podcast. It's time to go into it. We're just going to dive right in. How are you doing, bud?
I'm not doing too well, man. I'm not doing too well. This Raiders offense is frustrating while it's trying to get his head on straight. It's just frustrating, man. You know, and we rebuilding the defense, so you can't make too many mistakes when your offense is supposed to be the forefront of your team. So when you're down in the red zone, you need to score touchdowns and not field goals because you need to hold up your defense. And right now, the offense is coming up short, man. It's just coming up short, and it's sad. You know, we up and down. We're not even a 500 team right now. Right now, we're not. It's sad. It's sad, but you know what? It's gonna come together. It is gonna come together. I got faith in Derek Carr. I got faith in John Gruden. I got faith in the offense because it flashes in the pan at times and more so than not. So we will get there, but you will continue to see the minor mistakes while Carr learns the offense, and it is what it is. So when you're down in the red zone and you're on the 2-yard line between the 5 and the goal line, you have a back who's known for powering through, as my girl Andrea said, motherfuckers' faces. You give him the ball, man.
Yeah. Nine touches today from Marshawn Lynch.
Right. There's no getting around that. So all this little cute shit y'all doing downside, it didn't work today. So this is where we are, 1-4.
Can you give out an MVP for this game? Is there an MVP in this game?
The MVP in this game, that's hard, man. You know, and again, like I said, the offense looks good at times. The defense looked good at times, although not today. Man, that's hard, man. Can y'all help me out here, man? You know, Derek Carr was having a good game, but we ain't scoring no points, though. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And then the defense, all the Arden Key looked good again today, but then with the sacks aren't coming. You know, P.J. Hall had a good game. You know, Worley, really nice play. So if you know what, Worley had a really nice play on a third down stop right before the half with 3 minutes left in the I think it was the first quarter. Going into halftime. We had 3 minutes left on the clock. He makes a stop in the backfield, a nice tackle. So I'm gonna have to say Worley is the MVP of this game. Shit, when you only scored 10 points and the team scored, who else you gonna go with? You know?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm glad you said Worley. Che and I were over here looking at each other, and I think we were thinking the same thing, right?
Yep.
So let's go ahead and say it. Daryl Worley.
You the real MVP.
You the real MVP. As hard as it is to find one, if we got to place one, we're going to place it on you. Now, I had to go out this week and spend a little bit of money to get a bigger dump truck to fit all these guys in it. Because the Reggie Nelson trash can player of the week goes to who, Kane? And you don't have to give it to one person if you don't want to.
No, it goes to the whole freaking team. You sucked today. I'm sorry. You sucked. And you was in a supposedly, quote-unquote, home game. You sucked. The Raiders, y'all sucked today, bro. The whole team as a whole. Defense especially, but offense too. While y'all learning, y'all sucking. I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize. You don't have to apologize for keeping it real.
You just left it at sucking, bro.
Yeah.
Just left it there, period.
Yeah, there ain't no apology necessary. I mean, we're keeping it real. It leads us right into our next segment. Let's keep it real.
Let's keep it real.
So, man. Kane, let's keep it real. Right now, the discourse is Derek Carr's not a franchise QB, and it's time to get off the pot because we haven't done shit. So, let's keep it real. Is Derek Carr not the answer for the Oakland Raiders? Is it time to move on from Derek Carr?
No. It's not time to move on from Derek Carr. Derek Carr is learning a new offense. Derek Carr has been through, 4 different coordinators since he's been in the league. Mm-hmm. So he hasn't really had the chance to settle in. John Gruden has a 10-year, $150,000 trillion contract, so he's not going anywhere. So we need to be patient as Raider fans. You know, it's sad because the team set you up for this, fans. Me too. They set us all up for this. They told us they was going to get Khalil Mack. They told us they was going to win a Super Bowl before they left Oakland. They told us they was going to win. They told us John Gruden was going to bring us victories. Well, you see what you're getting. You're getting a rebuild, so you're going to have to be patient. Fans, we're going to have to be patient. And Derek Carr is the answer. Derek Carr, who else is out there? Who else do you want? I mean, you're not going to get Tom Brady or Drew Brees or Aaron Rodgers, so you're going to have to settle with Derek Carr. Derek Carr is a good quarterback. He's going to work out. Everything's going to be fine. You just got to give this shit time, and it'll come around.
I keep it up.
Man, it's completely opposite direction than I thought you would go. You've been very critical of Derek Carr all along, but you make very astute points. This is his first year in this system. He didn't get much help today. Offensive line in shambles. Again, not making excuses. These are explanations. These are facts. These are actual things that happen.
Yeah.
Do you want your quarterback to pull the team up by the bootstraps and get it done anyways? Yes, you do. But going into L.A. today, facing a high-powered offense in the Chargers, just not being able to keep up. And again, like I said, I could not see the routes downfield. CBS Sports did an awful job of giving us camera angles and looks downfield to see what was actually developing on these plays.
Yep.
I saw plenty of the offensive line, some good, a lot bad. But what was really going on downfield, I can't tell you. Amari Cooper completely absent from the game today. Somebody said it.
That was a shock to me because he always plays good against San Diego. Go back and look at the numbers.
The first game that Amari Cooper actually broke out as a pro was against the Chargers, and I think people remember that, right?
Yep.
The infamous bubble screen.
That's it.
Which led to 50,000 more bubble screens. Maybe we could have used the bubble screen today, John Gruden.
We haven't seen that since, though.
We haven't.
It's funny because we haven't seen that Amari Cooper since that play.
No.
Where's that guy?
The electrifying Amari Cooper has been all but gone. Now let's continue keeping it real. Is it time to trade Amari Cooper? As one of our callers called in and mentioned, well, who's that? Monster Mash?
I'm not sure if it was Monster Mash. But
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I'm not gonna put that on him.
Is it time to trade Amari Cooper? And if you did, what would you get for him?
Okay, who wants to go first? Am I going first on this?
Yeah, this is all you, Kane.
Okay, so no, hell no, and triple hell no. You, like I said, and I'm, it's hard for me to be nice to y'all right now, Raiders. I swear it is because y'all got me pissed off. But right now, I'm gonna have to say, I need to give the whole offense a pass right now because you're learning a complicated system. Now, although the Rams did look good under a first-year Sean McVay and Jared Goff, I think John's offense is just a little bit better than that, and you will see that eventually. And you're going to need guys like Amari Cooper and Martavis Bryant is starting to really come along too. Aside that bonehead play he made today and not protecting the football, he's looking good too. So I'm hopefully that we bring him back. So at the end of the day, no, don't trade Amari Cooper. This offense just needs time to learn this complicated system, and hopefully as we go and progress throughout the season, you'll start to see a little bit more of what we trying to do as an offense. So no to trading Amari Cooper.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be open to entertaining offers. As you guys know, Amari Cooper's up for a new contract. Mr. Siegel is his agent. It's going to be very interesting to see what kind of bargaining he's going to try to do, because obviously he's not playing at a caliber of Khalil Mack.
Right.
So playing hard-nosed with the Oakland Raiders, that's just not going to work. But I also know the Raiders aren't trying to overpay for him. So it is going to be very interesting as we get down to the line here what happens. You have, a Martavis Bryant. This is a guy that's not strong enough to be your number one, but is strong enough to be a weapon on this roster. Jordy Nelson, he's not going to be your number one, although I like him very much on this offense. And I'll take this.
Oh, man, Jordy Nelson. Oh, man, Jordy. Oh, man, Jordy. Oh, man, Jordy.
And he showed up in the red zone today, and I will say, I'll take a moment to say it again right here. Michael Crabtree dropped another 3 passes today, and one of those being a potential game-winning pass. So I'm tired of hearing, if we had Crabtree, we'd be 5-0 right now. And I'm actually hearing that shit.
Who's saying that, though?
Folks are saying that.
Who's saying that, though? He crazy.
So let's just get off of that right now. But other than that, who do you have as a young offensive weapon that could be a potential number one? That person's not on this roster. Unless they plan on using one of these 4 first-rounders in the next 2 years to go out there and get your brand-new weapon, your brand-new threat. And that might very well happen. But I say you try to sign this guy for less, and you get a little bit of a bargain on him, and hopefully he breaks out. I doubt you're going to get a bargain with Siegel in the mix, however. But I also doubt you're going to get a ransom by trading him.
Right.
I just don't see teams wanting to give up too much for Amari Cooper at this point. What does he put on film? It just hasn't been pretty. So where do you stand on Amari Cooper, Che?
I'm with Kane. You don't trade him. The whole offense is in the same boat, right? And we're all dealing with the same issues. Learning a new offense. We got 2 rookie right tackles, all the stuff that we already talked about earlier in the show. It's all affecting the way that the success on the field. It's affecting the success on the field. And honestly, like you said earlier, we didn't get to see what the routes look like. So we can blame Amari Cooper all we want, but how many of you guys actually saw what he was running? Unless you were at the game and you were really just focused on Amari Cooper and you could tell me that he was playing like shit, then I'm going to go ahead and give him a pass. And I'm going to say, like, you know what? Let's wait and see. Because we've seen what he can do when they go to him, and they go to him often. He puts up numbers.
And we've seen what he can do even when they don't target him. You're seeing him open on routes and getting missed, and that's on Derek Carr.
Exactly.
So, and they said today in the press conference they had Amari as an option, and a lot of these play calls today just didn't show up. So I got to wait till Wednesday when this coach's film comes out, and I'll dig in and actually see, what was going on. And
that's it.
And I'm sure guys like Ted and Gypsy and stuff and Chris Reed and they're going to show you some of the film and some of the breakdown.
Provide some good looks. Yeah. Absolutely.
So
yeah.
Wait
but
for it.
Let me touch on that right quick. That Amari. Let me say one more thing about that. Amari Cooper needs a valid number 2 receiver. Now I'm not okay. Y'all saying Jordy Nelson is this the man? Okay, whatever. But he needs another weapon. Like Deshaun Hopkins, Hopkins and Fuller and them receivers in Houston tonight, you need threats at all 3 of the receiver spots. You can't have just one threat and then somebody that was a threat but still is good but not that good, and then somebody that's still trying to make his way through life on your receiving core. You need to have 3 good, capable wide receivers in order for Amari Cooper to shine. Because if the defense can take away Amari Cooper and all they got to focus on is Jordy Nelson and Martavis Bryant, then you see what you got. 10 points.
10 points.
That's it. That's
Very
all we got.
Did you leave Did you have some hope after the Browns game last week, Kane? I mean, not only was this a disappointing loss, but coming off a game where a team showed that much fight and that much heart and put 45 points on the board. I mean, where does that leave you after this game? Just the general taste in your mouth. What happened in 1 week to have a team with so much lethargy and just, uninspired play on the field? What happened?
A friend of mine today said we playing like a team that's throwing in a towel. And, I almost bit. But at the same time, I'm thinking, hey, we learning, like I said, we learning a new offense. The defense is getting rebuilt. This team is guys, accept it. This team is rebuilding. There's no getting around it. Look for us to go 4-12, 5-11, 6-10. We're rebuilding. And it's sad because, and I'm gonna question this because did Khalil Mack force us into the rebuild because he didn't accept the contract that we offered? So we had to trade him. So now we have to rebuild because maybe this wasn't the plan. But since we couldn't get this dude under contract and we had to trade him, so John said rebuild. I don't know. I don't know, fellas. I really don't know. But I do know, and it's sad that we have to keep saying this. If we had Khalil Mack, we'd probably be 4-1 right now. We might have beat the Rams. You know what? I don't know. So did he force us into a rebuild? That's the question.
I mean, that's an interesting question. I don't think, for one, that this team is tanking, especially after the performance they put on last week. That was not a tank performance. I don't think John Gruden comes out of 10 years of retirement and leaving national broadcasting and $3-4 million a year, the highest paid broadcaster in the world, to take a $100 million 10-year contract and purposefully go out there and tank. I think his legacy means too much to him for that. I think his pride means too much for him to that. I think what you saw today was an offensive line that was in shambles. At the very least, I think you saw a game plan that was reserved because of that. Mm-hmm. I think that was a mistake. I think you go out there and you stick to your game.
Yeah.
And you let the rookies step up their game and rise to the occasion.
Yep.
And afterwards you see what you got left. But you don't play down to your own talent. It's the zone of proximal development. Now, this is developmental psychology, the ZPD.
Pay attention, people.
This is Piaget, classic developmental psychology. And it's the theory that when we teach our children, you don't teach them at the level that they're at. You teach them above where they're at.
There you go.
So that they can rise and they can grow. You challenge your players. You challenge your students. You get them out.
Well, maybe tanking was a little bit strong.
Yeah.
Like I said, I almost bit.
Yeah.
But
did Khalil Mack force us into a rebuild? I want to answer that question. Did Khalil Mack force us into a rebuild? Let me just say this. I don't think Khalil Mack forced us into anything. He forced us into whether or not we wanted to trade him or sign him for an exorbitant amount of money. Signing him to that contract would not allow us to have built at all. Was this a rebuild? We were rebuilding this team regardless. We have 27 players with expiring contracts. So regardless of whatever Khalil Mack forced us to do or not do, this roster was turning over anyways.
Right.
And so that's where I'm at. We had holes on this defense with or without Khalil Mack. You can call it a rebuild. I call it a remodel because it's not from the ground up.
Right.
You got tools in place, but none of them happen to be on defense. Don't get me started on Gary and Conley. He's been up and down. He's in the top 5 in the league as far as passes deflected. I think he has like 6 on the year going into this last game. Now you got Worley eating away at his play time. And I wasn't mad at that only because Worley stepped up and he played well. But here you go. Now you've got a first-round corner that may or may not be living up to his first-round expectations, and that would leave you with another Reggie McKenzie draft pick not doing well. And I will say this about Conley. Before you get into it, Kane, because I hear you. He had to pick 6 last week. Did he engineer that play? Did he create that opportunity for himself? No, he was in the right place at the right time, and I give him credit for making that play. But he got burnt deep and big.
Most DBs are in the right place at the right time. Come on, man. What are we talking about here now? Most DBs are in the right place at the right time.
And how many times has Conley been in the wrong place at the wrong time? Quite a bit of times. Quite a bit of times this season. He's been in the wrong place at the wrong time. And I understand that his play's been up and down, but Gary and Conley's been anything but consistent this year. And I'm being critical of him because I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying he's a trash player. But he's given up some big plays, especially in that game last week, especially in the Broncos game before that. You can't sit here and tell me that Conley has been a bright spot on this defense and hasn't given up any plays, hasn't made any mistakes.
It's true.
If that was the case, Worley wouldn't be taking snaps over him this week, coming off a suspension, mind you.
Up a big play when he was a first-time Oakland Raider, not his second time, but his first-time stint. You know how many big plays Charles Woodson gave up, and where's Charles Woodson at right now? Give this man some time, man. They all learning the new. Everybody on this team is learning something new. They learning a new culture. They learning how to play under new coaches. They getting coached differently, and the defense is totally different. The defense ain't even the same defense that we have, so we can't even reflect on Jack Del Rio and them no more and Ken Norton Jr. because that defense is gone. This is Paul Gunther's defense. Paul Gunther and his players, the players that he wants, and this defense is going to come together. It's got to gel. Everything has got to gel. And y'all okay, we remodeling, whatever you want to call it. I don't think they thought they was going to be this bad. You know, I don't think we all thought they were going to be, you know.
So answer the question, King, because if you're going to compare Conley's start as an NFL player to Charles Woodson, you got to tell me why he lost playing time to Daryl Worley today. What is the coaching staff seeing that we're not seeing that?
Learning something new, man.
How do you learn when you're not playing?
This coaching staff that relies on veterans. I don't know why, but why is Reggie Nelson on the field? Ask Paul Gunther that. I'm just saying. Obviously, this coaching staff relies on veteran knowledge because they are not playing these young guys when they don't have to. They have to play P.J. Hall, Hurst, and Key, but other than that, who else is playing as a rookie on defense? Conley.
Yeah.
And you got all these other veterans around him. So if he makes a mistake, sit down, watch him do it right, and then go back out. This goes back to Pee Wee football. You make a mistake, get your ass off the field, and go watch him.
All I'm saying is I like Conley, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you that he's played shutdown corner this season because he hasn't.
It's true.
And he's getting a lot of credit and he's getting a lot of respect. And sure, I think he shows potential, but he's not that dude yet. And I'm not saying he's not going to be. And don't get it twisted. I'm not sitting here shitting on Conley saying he's a disappointment, but he hasn't lived up to the expectations yet. It takes time as a corner in the NFL, sure. But the only way you're going to get better is by snaps and snaps and snaps, not sitting on the sideline watching Daryl Worley ball out because they're two completely different players.
Yep.
And I agree with you with that.
I'm frustrated. You know,
I agree with you with that.
I think there's plenty of room on this roster for Conley to get every snap on this defense. You know?
Yeah.
Melvin
Conley should never come off the field, bro.
I agree with you.
I tweeted that today.
And
Conley should never come off the field, mistake or not.
And you got a guy
never come off the field.
You got a guy on the other side in Melvin who made some nice plays. I mean, made a great play deep late in the game last week.
Mm-hmm.
But how many times it didn't happen today? But how many times has Melvin given up a big pass interference penalty?
It's true.
It's been in almost every single game this year. He's also given up some big catches. And I think Kane already answered my question. Why is Melvin staying on the field and not Conley when Worley enters?
Right.
It's because wanting to have two veterans on the field, which I'm going to be critical right there of Paul Gunther, and that's a mistake.
Yeah.
You got to keep Conley out there.
Yeah, keep the young guy out there, man.
Yeah.
You got to, man.
So
I don't know what's up with this. I'm sorry, Che. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
No, not at all.
I don't know what's up with this coaching staff, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's up with the veteran love with this coaching staff. Like, look, okay, we're 1-4, and you have veterans on the team like that you trust. So if you're doing that, and this behooves me to say, like in the offseason when I was like, let's just go young. Well, fuck, let's just go young. If that's what y'all want to do, trust in the young guys then.
Well,
I'll take a fucking 2-14 season if you're playing young guys.
Well, here's the deal.
But you got veterans out there.
Out of 50 guys that
means
Reggie's
you expect them
drafted, 10 of them remain on this roster. And outside of that, you have this year's draft with the Gruden and Gunther, coaching staff. And most of those rookies are out there playing.
That's true.
Most of those guys are out there.
That's a good point.
There's nobody left, Kane. You want to play youth, you got to go get them back. Because they're in different
you
cities.
Let them all go. That's my point. That's my point. I was like, okay, let's just try Jack's defense. Let's just try the players that they drafted for 1 year. You're 1-4. You couldn't work with them players to see what they have for one season. Your veterans aren't helping you out at all. So what was wrong with players that are producing in other teams right now? I just don't know. So, look, dude, this shit is confusing in a sense that you had some players, you let them go. You brought in some veterans, so okay, you don't trust the young players, so now we're going to play the veterans because what? You don't want the veterans. The veterans know the system. They're going to teach the young players. We're going to, like you said, where are the young players? You have veterans, and you're still 1-4. So what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's what are you doing?
Well, we can't act brand new because we know John Gruden and we know his love for veteran players, and this is no surprise.
Yeah.
Not at all. He wants guys that can go right now. How long will this go on? You got 4 first-round draft picks in the next 2 years. Those guys better be on the field.
Yep.
That's all I got to say.
Yep.
So,
Day one starters, man.
Outside of that, Kane, how you doing, bro? Shit, it's
Like
good to
I
talk to you,
said,
brother.
Man, like I said, man, if it wasn't for these Raiders, I'd probably have less gray hair right now, man. Shit, I tell you, boy. I'll tell you. You know what? I guess we'll just strap them up and get ready to go next week, right?
Yeah.
That's all we can do, man.
That's all we can do, man. Sure. And they ain't going to have us in London next week to cheer them on either. I feel like, Kane and I have been on the move. Che's been coming out to all the home games. We've had some nice sets of lungs in the stadium rooting this team on. And maybe, guys, maybe we were the missing element today. I don't know.
It's possible.
I was sitting on my couch thinking, man, it's nice not to be on the move this weekend. I'm actually getting to chill out. I got Monday off. Let's have a nice, relaxing afternoon of Raiders football. But you know what?
You regretted that take the minute you fucking said that, right?
Those words don't even make sense. A nice, relaxing afternoon of Raiders football. That shit don't even exist.
Hell no.
Not in my universe.
Nope.
But
hey, shout out to everybody that went to Dutch House today.
Yep.
For the football game. We sorry the Pillaging Podcast couldn't make it out there, but like Kenny said, we've been traveling and Che, we all been fucking traveling for the last 4 weeks, man. We needed a break. We needed to sit at home. It's funny, me and Kenny was talking today. Man, this moving around. I don't know how y'all do it. The people that work for the NFL, I don't know how y'all do it, man, because boy, I'm tired in the motherfucker right now. I'm telling you.
Yeah. It's a grind.
Man.
I spent Friday night and Saturday setting up and tearing down and setting up an 18 by 32 steel stage.
Damn.
Not a steel cage, but a steel stage. And then, sound gear, PA system, traversing all over camp. We had a big event out there in San Jose this weekend. It was a lot of fun, but, man, it was a lot of work. And so Kanan hit me up, are you going to go to Dutch's house? And it's like, Dutch, if you're listening, bro, I would love to get out to your spot. I know you live out there in Lagunitas. I already know by the way you tailgate, you throw a mean party. So I regret that I wasn't able to get out there today. But at the same time, after what I saw in that game, I'm really glad I'm not driving home from Napa County right now. Because that's a long drive back to the studio.
That would have been a fucking disaster, boring-ass drive. Trust me, they live way out in the boondocks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we need to get out there, Kane. We need to see what's up with Dutch because that's the homie for sure. Dutch's family. So, but, man, we appreciate you coming on after these losses. I know it's tough to talk Raiders, but it's good to talk to you because you help us keep it straight. And you shoot straight, and we just keep it real. That's what we do here on the Pillaging Podcast, man.
Damn right.
Yeah, we don't sugarcoat shit. That's our thing.
Nope.
Because it still tastes like shit if you sugarcoat it.
Hey, sweet turds are still turds. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. No saccharin.
Oh, man.
No saccharin up in here. But yeah, man, what you got going on the rest of the week? You got tomorrow off? You got Columbus Day off, brother?
You know what? I don't, and it's hard. It's hard to go through a week when you lose.
Yeah.
When you lose, football is like a far off family member that you don't see for a long time until the next week. It's like when you lose, it's like I don't want to hear football. I don't want to talk about football. I don't want to listen to the radio about football. I just want to just forget about football until next Saturday night.
There you go.
Yes, sir. I mean, I was on high all week coming off of that win. I was like, man, I can't do no wrong. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna beat the Chargers. No, I wasn't really that confident going in this game. I kind of felt like it could have gone either way, but I felt good all week is the point.
Right.
Did you feel good this week, Jay?
I did, man.
You felt real happy.
I was extra happy.
I felt good this week, too. I thought we was going to win.
We had that swagger. Everybody walking into work on Monday like, goddamn right. As Jay likes to say.
I thought you know what, Kenny, we talked about this. I thought that last week was a corner turn game.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought we turned the corner, man, but
yep.
I should have known.
Yep.
It was a U-turn.
The Raiders. So, hey.
As Jay just said, it was a U-turn, unfortunately. God damn it. God damn it.
That's right, a U-turn. That's a good analogy because that's right.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, next week is London, off to London. It's going to be a 10 a.m. game. The Seattle Seahawks, hey, it's on the road, it's overseas, and it's against Russell Wilson. Anything can happen in this game.
Yep.
Who ended up winning that game today? I know Seattle played the Rams. That's a divisional game for them. Who won that game, guys?
I don't know, man. It was close. The last time I saw it was like tied up 17-17.
Oh, 33-31. The Rams pulled it out.
There you go.
So they are 5-0 on the year.
The Rams are on fire.
Yep.
And fuego.
Yep.
Yes, sir. So where are you going to be watching the game at next week, Kane? I know you're not going to London.
I ain't going to London, and I ain't going nowhere else either. I'm going right from my bedroom to my couch.
Yep.
And watch another game from the couch, man. Get some rest. You know, that's all I'm doing.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning out here, Pacific Standard Time. So Raider Nation, don't miss it. Make sure you set your DVRs. It's be another early game, and hey, just 1 week at a time, as they say. So go Raiders.
Hey, so are we going? Let me real quick.
Yeah.
What's your outlook for next week? We gonna win or what? I'm serious because we got to travel. Both teams come from the West Coast, so it's equal. But what's your thoughts on next week?
I'm gonna go with who was it here? Monster Mash. I'm gonna go with Monster Mash. I agree with him. Traveling to London against Russell Wilson. We've historically been bad in these international games. Even when we beat the Texans in Mexico, we did not look good. And I say this as an L. I had it as an L when I did my season predictions, and I don't see anything that makes me want to change my mind. Shay, where you have it?
Oh man, I believe I had us winning this game in my predictions.
You did.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stick with it. I go down hard, bro. I go down fighting. I'm gonna keep swinging. I'm gonna keep swinging until I get one.
And for the record, we both had us losing this game against the Chargers this week.
Okay.
We did.
Well, there you go.
And beating the Browns the week before that.
There you go. So
yeah.
So we're batting 100 over the last 2 games.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Let's see what happens this week.
Call in now for your Stone Cold Lead Pipe Locks 408-909-PJFF and win a free set of tickets to the shit circus.
You're not like homeboy in the UFC 229 last night.
Oh hell no, bro. Ain't no tapping out on me, bro. I don't tap out, bro.
Out for you, my brother.
Hell
I
no.
heard that one. Hey, listen. I think, and I had this as a loss on my record. Now I said, and this feel like 50 years of Raiders shit that I've been going through. You say something and then they make you fucking feel stupid. You know what I'm saying? I said we would win the next 3 out of 4. You know what I'm saying? And I stand behind that. I still stand behind that. But I had London as a loss. So now I'm going to have to say we're going to win. Somehow I'm on Chase bandwagon, baby.
There you go.
We're going to win next week.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know why? We got to win because we coached by John Gruden. We coached by the famous John Gruden. And you think he going to let us lose 2 games in a row?
Well, it's kind of hard to say no because we lost 3 in a row.
Yeah,
I know, but I'm just saying we won one. So hey, the streak started. Remember, I said the streak start now, right? So shit, after Cleveland, we won one. So look, is he gonna let us win 2 in a row?
There you go.
What?
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying? Go to London tonight.
I'm with you.
They need to fly out tonight.
You're damn right.
I wish I could be as optimistic as you guys, but I don't sugarcoat shit. I'm going to give it to you straight. I think we could get L next week, but I'll be happily wrong. Chase Stradamus and Kane Stradamus, everybody.
There you go. Let's
hope you guys are right. Let's hope you guys are right. I'm a peripheral visionary. I can see into the future just a little bit off to the side. Kane, it's been real having you on the phone again this week, and we will catch up to you next week. A lot of good juju going into this week. Just keep the Raiders in your thoughts and prayers, man, and let's just keep it rolling.
Yeah.
As always, one love, my brothers, and I'll talk to y'all next week. Y'all stay up.
All right, brother.
You too, brother.
Peace.
All right, peace.
Keeping it real as always. Kane, the man, the myth, the legend. Let's do a really quick injury update. Frosty Rucker. Neck injury.
Yeah.
Left the game. Frosty, man, he's been a bit of a spark on this defense, would you say?
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has. He's played well.
The swarthy veteran.
He's played well.
With the icy name. You're going to have some ice on that neck.
Yeah.
That neck's about to be real frosty.
It's super frosty, yeah. Right?
No updates on Frosty Rucker right now, but keep you in our prayers. Neck injuries, man. We've seen that before on this Raiders roster.
Unfortunately, yeah.
It's ended careers. So I hope the best. I mean, all kidding aside, that's a scary injury, right?
No, definitely.
Let's get into our shout outs, bro.
Let's do it, man.
All right.
Let's try to get through them quick.
You want to go first?
I'll go first.
Let's mix it up.
Let's do it. I'll go first.
You go first.
That way I don't cut you off, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, IG shout outs. Here we go. I'm going to try to run through these as fast as possible, people. K Mesa 4, Ambitious Hustler, The Beer King, our boy. Russell Anthony 33, Cisco Dog 13, David Hernandez 2857, Knock the Wood, Teresa Nguyen Lady, Don Juan Raider, Oakland Raiders baby, Big Al, President BRNC 661, Raider Rick 305, Helen Marty 73, S Chantel, that's my brother's girlfriend, so hi to you.
Shout out.
Thank you for the follow. Cargonzo 1812, Devin J. Weefer, Carolyn B 77. And this one was tricky. I'm just gonna take a shot at it. Said NY Cole. Her name's Nicole. So you got a little tricky with the NY New York Nicole. Okay, so I see it. Chef Nick Gunn. Shout out Dub G Raider. Shout out One Nation Raider Nation. Shout out Raider Fan Dad 68. And shout out Raider Caesar 26.
One of those dudes is my cousin.
Okay.
And he's a 49ers fan.
Get out of here, bro.
Yeah. I know, bro.
Oh, man. I'm about to unfollow you.
Hey,
Take that shout out back.
We got the same record. What can I say? What can I say?
It's true.
I got a Niners joke. Maybe I could tell that. So if you guys want to hear the Niners joke next week, just let me know on Twitter. I'll give you a little joke.
Call the hotline.
I told it at the Conor McGregor party last night. It was a big hit. It was a big hit.
Okay.
It was a big hit.
Okay.
All right, shout outs, man. Shout outs on Twitter. Shout out to Raider Nation. Raider Nation with a V. I don't know. Shout out to JG, RVET Sports, Andy Higgins, Steve Clark, Raider Strong, Daniel, Idiotic System, Lalo 4281, Brett Armstrong. Shout out to Dung Fung Wow. Let that hang in the air for a minute. Shout out to Damage Incorporated, Raider Homer, Steve Lithgow, Rickster, The Fresh Football Takes Podcast, Drew's Brew 916, Oakland Tico Sports, Saint with a Y, Anthony Garcia, Americo Madrigal, Abe Revilla, Nicholas DeLuna, Mr. V, The Groove 19, Autumn Wind 77, Jameson Patton, 973 Native Raider, Albert Amasquita, Cesar Navarez, Michael Lodi, Vincent Kellum, Razor Raiders, C. Miller, BYU, Raider Rock 52. Shout out to Art Gonzalez, Les Knows Best, Nick Inberg, NYC Black Hole, T Money X24, Dougie Cup, Mike P 562, Fatima Rivera, Tristan Kundera, Stephenson 76, Joe Rodriguez, T-Mo 52, Venom Raider, Warrior Raiders A's, Panda Picks, Justin Alexander, Illy Master, Ignacio Hernandez, Big Papa, Steve Bruh, James is Reckless, Ricky Marco, Brown Rice 78, and Raymond Pachuco. Shout out to all of you, and a special shout out this week to Raiders Fan Conventions, Mike Sommers over there, and a big, big, big hearty chelas shout out to St. Moth Brewing Company.
Hell yeah.
St. Moth, I just want to take a moment and say we really look forward to enjoying your finely crafted brews.
Hell yeah, we do.
And in the future, should you decide to take a crack at a nice porter, we would be all but humbled if you named it the Pillaging Porter.
Yeah.
That would be incredible.
That would be dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they put your face on the front of it, Che. Che's over here, thumbs up. Big grinning. That would be cool. Yeah.
I can't wait to drink that beer.
Yeah, the Pillaging Porter.
Sounds even more delicious than I can imagine.
That sounds good, right?
Hell yeah.
I originally thought the Pillaging Pilsner, but we needed something a little more stout.
We need that darkness
A little
in
something dark.
We need that darkness in there.
Yeah.
Can't have that light shit.
No. We got to come strong. We only drink the light stuff when it's 90 degrees in the studio.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's for so just so we don't pass out in the studio. We need to get that water in the system.
I took some criticism for saying I don't like IPAs and saying I have a penchant for like the cervezas and the lagers, but that's because I really do most of my beer drinking in the summertime.
It's true.
But I get down with like stouts and porters and Belgian beers. I like a lot of beers. I just don't like IPA.
Yeah.
That's all I don't like. And I get it. It's an acquired taste,
It
but
is.
I just haven't acquired it yet.
Yep.
I keep trying, dog.
It's true. It's true. Hey, I wasn't a big fan of it to start with, man. When I first had an IPA, I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I could drink this. And I think I maybe drank half of one. And I was like, I need to find something else.
Yeah.
But you know how far I've come since then.
Yeah. It's come a long way, Che.
I'll be drinking them all the time.
Well, shit. That's it for this week's show, guys. Tune in every week wherever podcasts are found. Call in and leave a message to be played on air. 408-909-PJFF. Give us your post-game takes. Download the official Pillaging app available for iOS and Android. Please, we ask you, please donate to the show. We got some things that we want to do. I know you're down on this team, but you ain't got to be down on this podcast. If at the very least each of you gave $1 per show, and we're never putting this behind a paywall, but I'm just saying if you did, there's a lot more we can do with this. There's a lot of video production value that we want to bring to the show. And, of course, more things to do when we go live. We want to be able to broadcast live.
Yeah.
And there's some tools to allow us to do that. It's going to cost us a pretty penny. And we appreciate you guys' support. So, please, we appreciate everything that you guys do. So, that being said, you can find a link to our donation on our Twitter bio. You can find it right here on our YouTube page up in the banner. You can go to PJ4L for PillagingJustForFun.com, and you can find it in the sidebar there. We're on PayPal. It's a really quick transaction. All major credit cards accepted. We appreciate you. Keep the wind in your sails and rum in your mug. Pillage on, Raider Nation. This has been a product of the Raiders Podcast Network. I'm Kenny Stapler, joined as always
by your boy Che.
And we out here.
Peace.
Just win, baby.
Just win, baby.